Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Just me today. It's been just a crazy last 24 hours. It's been a complete shit show. I apologize for being late. Apologize that it's only me, but shit happens, and we're just trying to get through things at the moment. So I apologize if the show is not up to everything, because I don't have all the clips that I have and everything like that. I don't have the only clip I have is my 1-800-GAMBLER clip in the intro video. Don't even have the outro video in here because I'm on a different StreamYard because we're kicked off the other one we were on. And I'm sorry, Tim's not here. His car's on the side of the road, not working right now. So, and if I need to, potentially I can have to leave the show early if he needs any help with his car. So it's just been a complete shit show. I apologize for everything with this show being later and everything along those lines. We have baseball, we have NHL, we have NBA to get into as well. So we're not going to waste too much time. Just wanted to get out and ahead and mention a few things there. All right, let's recap yesterday. It was a down day, and it was a down day because the NHL and the NHL only, because baseball was profitable for me. Started off what should have been 3-0, ended up being 2-0-1. Cardinals Pirates under 8, winner. Yankees Tigers under 7, pushed. That was incredibly frustrating to push that under when it was 0-0 in heading into the 7th inning. It was 2-0 heading into the 9th. You would think, okay, that's an easy under. 5 runs in the 9th inning, pushed that there. The under 7 in the Mets, cashed that one there. Max Meyer was amazing. Kind of the way I capped that card, and I kind of leaned Marlins 2 in that game and never pulled the trigger. Athletics money line was a loser. First 5 over at 4.5 with Arizona. Baltimore never in doubt. Totally did not need a 2-out rally there in the bottom of the 5th for that first 5 over. I was dead wrong at under 7.5 with San Fran and Cincinnati. Chicago first 5 plus a half was a loser. So was the Angels first 5. Got the Braves Phillies under 8.5. That was a winner. And then doubled up on the Brewers late, and that was very, very nice. They win 17-2. Finally, Antonio Senzatella's horseshoe fell out of his ass, and I cashed the -1. I cashed the team total over, as easy as it gets there for that Brewers game. The NBA went 3-1. That was a very nice day in the NBA. It started off with the loser with the Mavericks, but cashed with the Denver Nuggets -3.5. They win by 8. And doubled up on the Clippers, first half in full game. They win the first half by 13. They win the full game by 17, so double up winner there. The NHL was really, really poor yesterday, but, I mean, it's not like we capped the games wrong. It's just overtime luck. And one thing with the Twitter post that I put out last night, the Blues didn't lose in overtime. I don't know why I put that in there. It was a 1-goal game there, so that was still frustrating, a 1-goal loss there. But Tampa Bay -1. Lost in overtime. The Sharks plus 265. Lost in overtime. The Blues, they lose by giving up a late goal. The Calgary Flames had a 3-1 lead in the 3rd period and lost in overtime. I hate everything in the NHL right now. And we have a 10-game card in the NHL, so that's going to be fun there. So ultimately, because the NHL finished down 0.69 units, I do not have my, I do not have my records updated and everything like that, because I was worried about getting just the regular background in here and everything along those lines, getting all the games typed up. I do not have updated records for the sports. I am in the black now in the MLB, though. We'll quickly touch on the wrong thing there. We'll quickly touch on the Here we go. On the standings real quick, where Neil leads it still 3-0. I believe Neil tried to put in plays yesterday. Neil, if you're watching, I saw that you put it looked like you, because I've seen how you put in plays. But you put the plays in under your name and nothing underneath the plays. So I didn't grade anything there because I didn't because it looks like your name was the plays that you give in, and I didn't know if that was you or not. So Neil is 3-0 occupancy, 8-7 up a unit. I'm now in third, 52, 48, and 4, up 0.52 units. 446 is scared is 2-2, up 0.35 units. And basically the same records here for a lot of people. IceX 0-1 now. I saw IceX has already put in his play for the day. The person putting in plays under 446 is now down 4.7. Coyote down 7.06. Tim's down 9.8. Nicholas Andy down 10.71. Robert Carlson down 16.38. Untouchable down 19.83. So that is the standings heading into today's card. We'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into today's thing. This is the link to putting your contest plays there. That's them saying yes, because we were going through stuff right now. I'm sorry, the show was the least importance right now with a couple things this morning. Yeah. Now the Islanders lose in overtime and the Sabres lose by the puck line. Cool. I mean, both of them are eliminated already, so it doesn't really matter. I think they no-show after a bad day in hockey. No, I come in here, I show my face after all my losses, and it happens. Am I mad about some of the results? Yeah. But you telling me, like, on a couple of players, I took a plus 265 team into overtime? I'll bet that you tell me the Sharks score 7 goals, I will bet that every single day of the goddamn week. You give me 7 goals, I will bet plus 265 all the time. Yeah, I was not. It was just me being annoyed. Nick, okay. RIP to the bookies. Upload from yesterday. There you go. No guest today. No, because he has because he is currently on the side of the road. Dang, yeah. Okay, apologize if you're having bad times. Care to explain more? Yeah, I did. Tim's currently on the side of the road, hoping that he can get his car fixed. We were booted off of a couple things through picks and parlays. We're still on the site. It's just we have no access to anything anymore. That's a long story. I don't want to get into it, but we are under our own StreamYard now, which is going to take some time for me to put in all the clips and all the things along those lines. We have to pay for it now, so it's just annoying times right now, and we're just trying to get through things at the moment. Sup, Nurse? What's good, Lex? Trump is taking an L for the tariffs. No duh. I mean, you're taxing penguins off of an island that has no humans. Like, it looks like they put no thoughts process into that, but that's beyond the point. Yeah, like a good neighbor. Yeah, Sexton. Yeah. Okay. Man, I wanted to say Giants minus 1.5, and then went Mariners and under. Dang. Insurance. Yeah. He's trying to get that figured out. Do you think the Tampa Bay Rays win today? Let me take a look here. That car. I've looked at the games. I just wanted to refresh there. I don't know about that one. I kind of lean Angels a little bit there. We'll talk about it there. I have been playing a lot of NHL first period money lines, and they've been working. There you go. NHL is your worst sport this season. Crazy to say. It has been. It has been. It's annoying. Yeah. Fake news. Okay. You're fine. Yeah. No, you're not. No, you're not. I know who Neil is. You're not Neil. They're not. They're basically eliminated. But yeah. Why don't you take plus 2.5? Because that was juiced. That was juiced pretty bad. And yeah. Hope he's good. Leave picks and parlays, then limb. That's probably in the future. Being straight up, that's probably in the future. We just got to figure out what's the next stage. No, nothing to do with Lenny. Nothing to do with Lenny at all. Lenny has been the best through this entire process. It's the people running the company, but that's beyond the point. We'll get started here into the MLB card. We have the Chicago White Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians minus 235 favorites with a total of 7 in this one. Taking a look at the line history here, we have Jonathan Cannon taking on Gavin Williams. Line opened up 215. It's now 240. So we do have a move towards the Guardians. In this game, pretty significant one. Line opened up to 7.5 minus 105. So now 7 and minus 120. So we do have a move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 85% of tickets and 83% of cash is coming in on the Guardians. The line has moved towards the Guardians, so the line move makes sense with the money coming in. 75% of tickets, 75% of cash on the over. The line's moving towards the under here. It's dropped half a run. I'm kind of interested in the under a little bit in this spot. Taking a look at the weather here, who knows if this game might go 55% percent of precipitation at first pitch. It does go down to 47% for anywhere between. It's going to be about 45 degrees there, so a little bit warmer than it has been the last couple of days. Yesterday, this game finished 3-2. These games have had combined 6 runs scored, and I kind of see something very similar to this game, to the previous 2 games. I think that we see not many runs, and I think we see both these pitchers pitch well. We have Gavin Williams, who struggled in his last start. He only went 3 innings for the against the Angels. Gave up 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts in 3 innings, 75 pitches. His previous game was better: 2 earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched, 74 pitches against the Royals. So they're still building him up a little bit. Jonathan Cannon, he's tough to trust a little bit. Last game, he went 3 2/3 innings against the Tigers, gave up 3 earned runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 3 2/3. He did have a good first game, gave up no earned runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. Looking at this spot here, I mean, I'm interested in the under, and I bet a lot of unders yesterday. Finally, unders came through for me yesterday, for the most part, I believe. I think the only under I lost yesterday was that Reds game, because the Pirate under came through, the Mets under, the Braves under, and the Yankee under push. So I went 3-1-1 in unders. I'm gonna go to an under here in this game. The question is first 5 or full game, and I want to take a look at the bullpen situations here. See if we should take this first 5 or full game. Let me hit refresh because it doesn't have yesterday's games loaded up here for the bullpen usage. So we'll take a look at that. I want to take a look at what this first 5 is done as well for totals, because I think this first 5 under might be the play. It's a 4. It looks like here. It opened up at a 4 at even money. Got down to a 3.5, back up to a 4. We do have a slight move towards the over in this game, which is interesting there for the first 5, but the full game's moving towards the under. So maybe this is a full game under in this spot. Guardians, they used some bullpen yesterday, though. Gladys has thrown back-to-back days. Clase has thrown back-to-back days. Seawald's thrown back-to-back days. Junis through 13. Herring through 13. So probably Junis and Herring will be available. Kate Smith could be. He had yesterday off. McKenzie and Cantillo will be available as well. For the White Sox, did they go through much bullpen yesterday, the White Sox? It's still loading. There. Where's the White Sox? There we go. Mike Vassell threw 46 pitches. Ellard threw 14. Penn Murphy threw 10. So I feel like this is a first 5 under rather than a full game under in this spot because of the way the bullpen for Cleveland's been used. And I don't trust this White Sox bullpen. When I back the White Sox, it's usually first 5s rather than full games just because I don't trust them, trust their bullpens at all. So why would I trust them with the first 5 with a full game under? And I can get first 5 under 4.5, first 5 under 4 minus 115 over on Bovada. That's how I'm going to get my day started here, is with the first 5 under here with Chicago and Cleveland. I think Gavin bounces back against a weak White Sox lineup, and I think Jonathan Cannon can pitch well here as well. So, yeah, first 5 under 4 for me in this spot to get my started. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Tim saying, hi, guys. I'm stuck on the side of the road. Have a great morning. Towing company is coming. There you go. Yeah, you should have kept them on. Yeah. There you go. Unfortunately, I do not have that clip. Uncertainty and tariffs don't mix. Yep. Watch the cars coming. He's not driving. You'll blow up on your own. Let's hope. Get your own sponsors. Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah. We'll see. Michael Waka. I believe he does pitch later. Don't worry, everyone. The sports betting god has arrived. All right, I'm here. I'm here already. No, okay. Cannon, yeah. If you didn't you get eliminated in the contest in like 7 days? Yeah. It's Destiny. Yeah, okay. That false contest of one bad week isn't a good sample size. BetMGM has banned me from betting. Wow. Loser trades. Limited to $5 to $10 promos at most others. Wow. Okay. White Sox first 5 threw away. There you go. Okay. I like Nicholas. The only way you get banned is you're betting 5 to 10K a game and winning. Stop. Okay. They started reducing my promos, and now they have me limited to making $5 max bets consistently. Okay. Official pick on the first 500. Yes, I got first 5 under 4 minus 115 over on Bovada. Okay. He won't show proof. No, probably not, but hey, it is what it is. We will move on to the next game, where we have the LA Angels taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays minus 120, total of 8 in this game. Interesting line movement because this line opened up at the Rays as a minus 143 favorite. It looked like it reopened up later in the night at minus 120. Now it's down to a 116. So we do have a line move towards the Angels here in this one. Line opened up 8 minus 120. Still an 8 minus 120. So no line movement on the total in this game here. Taking a look at the cash flow in the spot. 97% tickets, 95% of cash is on the over in this game. The line's not moved. 53% of the tickets and 77% of the cash is on the over, or is on the Angels in this game. My bad. With the line moving towards the Angels, and that's my lean in this game is the LA Angels in this spot. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here in this one, where we have Jose Soriano on the mound for the LA Angels, taking on Zach Littell. Soriano, he's been okay so far in his first start. He gave up no earned runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 innings against the White Sox. He followed that up, though, with 5 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 against the Guardians. So he got hit up against the Guardians in that last game there. Bad a little bit. On the flip side, we have Zach Littell coming into this game. Kind of struggling a little bit, 4.15 ERA. He gave up 5 earned runs in his last start, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched, but had a good start in his first game against Colorado. This feels a lot like the Pittsburgh St. Louis game yesterday, where Fetty and Keller were coming in off of getting smashed in their previous start, but had a good first start, which tells me probably both these pitchers, Littell and Soriano, pitch well today. It's a lean towards an under in this spot for me. Not enough for me to get involved, but it would be under or no bet. It'd be Angels or no bet as well. Let's see. Nonsense. Okay, that there. I think that's Tim's post sent with that. I don't mind showing proof. LOL. What? I don't. Yeah. Nick Cousins is set to return. Woo. All right. What's your highest bet victory? To get instantly upset like that is quite telling. Okay. Damn, Isaacs. Angels to score first. I don't hate that. Rays money line, maybe run line, and Angels team total under. I can see Littell pitching well in this game. I would lean more towards full game under because I truly believe that Littell pitches well. or Soriano pitch as well. My bad. Angels money line. Angels the super public dog of the day. Not really. 53% of the tickets. I wouldn't call that public. I want to see if there is a public dog today. It looks like, the most public of the day, talk about them asking, would be the Phillies, because the Phillies are getting 64% of the tickets and 70% of the cash. I would consider the Phillies the public dog of the day, and back in the Braves today, or an under Schwellenbach. Rays all the way to the bank. There you go. I like first 5 innings under 4 as well. I can lean that way. I could definitely lean that way. And the line is moving that way, though, Lex. Yeah. The sharp money is on the Angels in this game. The sharp money is for sure on the Angels in this spot. That's one thing I will say. Victory doesn't answer what his largest bet is. Y'all, it's like y'all conveniently forgot my 39-6 profitable versus losing days last. Yeah. A victory trade. We are running a contest right now. So if you want, because you were good in MLB, here you go. Victory. If you want, you can compete in a challenge or in our contest for a t-shirt. Our baseball contest. We're giving out a t-shirt every month. So there you go to the contest. We have 2 people put in plays for today. Most of them put plays in after the show, but we've already got Lex Steele and Ice X plays. Hell yeah, Lex Steele is in there. With that, he's all right. Cool. Awesome. You put in your plays. Well, cool. Love it. Thank you for joining the contest, Lex Steele. Give me Tampa. A lot is jumping on Angels. Okay. Become a member. Support them now. Very important. Show picks and parlays. They don't need them. Fair. Schwelly, yeah, Schwellenbach tonight. We'll talk about my boy Schwellenbach. 446. I don't want to embarrass you, and I'm not going to continue a conversation who has convicted me before. Okay. I'll put plays in the contest. Yeah, don't lose in 7 days. Is he lagging? I don't know. I'm VIP on DK victory. Okay, cool. If you're here's the thing. If you're VIP on any sportsbook and they haven't kicked you off yet, that means you're losing. They implement VIP programs for people who are losing to keep them betting. I'm not VIPs on any of my books. I also don't bet enough probably to be VIPs on any books, but they give you VIP treatments to people who are losing long term that they want to continue betting on their books. And that reminds me. How can you tell if Angels are going to win? It's the line movement a little bit with the way that the tickets are coming in is something that I kind of like to look at. I'm also a fan of Jose Soriano. I think he's an underrated pitcher. But yeah. What's good? Stop Geo. Okay. Yeah, I'm not VIP. I play casino games. Cool. VIP for those who lose and bet a lot. Yeah. I think. Also, yeah, people who play the slots get VIP all the time. You play roulette. Okay. Good for you. I have a lifetime VIP that FanDuel gave me. There you go. Nick is right about the VIP thing. I did get temporary VIP when I first started, but they took that away real quickly. Fair. My parents are like that VIP because of casino. Yeah. We'll move on though. We have 4 games remaining. We only have 6 games in the MLB today. And then we have NBA and NHL. Let's keep it going though. We have the Minnesota Twins taking on the Kansas City Royals. It's a pick 'em in this game, total of 8 in the spot, and we're seeing 8.5 now. It's between Bailey Ober and Michael Waka. We have this line opening up at a 118, down to a 115, so we either do have a slight move towards the Kansas City Royals. And we have this line open. Oh, my bad, towards the Minnesota Twins. Line opening up at an 8.5 at even money. It's down 8.5 and -105. So we have a move towards the over here as well. It did tick down to 8 at one point, but it did come back up. 74% of tickets, 80% of cash on the over. Line's moving slightly towards it. 72% of tickets, 63% of the cash is on the Royals, and line's moving towards the Twins. The Twins with the 4-0 win yesterday. Joe Ryan pitched really well in that game. But we have Bailey Ober, who in his last start is coming in off of that appearance against the Astros, where he gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, only 5 innings pitched. So he's not going deep into games right now for whatever reason. He threw 84 pitches, though. That was probably the problem. How are you throwing 84 pitches in 4 innings? He walked 2. Yeah, interesting. And then he threw 77 pitches, giving up 8 earned runs on 8 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 2/3 against the Cardinals. On the flip side, Seth Lugo. I do expect Lugo to regress this year. He is one of those pitchers that I have circled that. Nope, wrong, my bad. It's not Lugo. It's Waka. Lugo threw yesterday. Waka, in his last start, gave up 4 earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, and 5 2/3 against the Orioles. In his first start, he gave up 1 earned run on 4 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 4 innings against the Guardians. So he's been okay. Watching this line move towards the Minnesota Twins definitely gives me interest in Minnesota in this game. This line, we're seeing 67 degrees, gets up to 69. Nice. With winds blowing from left to right, 16 to 17 miles an hour. I want to take a look at what the bullpen looks like in this game. Looks like Griffin Jackson's thrown back-to-back days, so he won't be available. Duran threw yesterday, only 15 pitches, so he could be available. And then basically everybody else is rested. Love to see that if you want to back the Minnesota Twins today, which I'm interested in the Twins. The Royals, they'll have a fully rested and ready to go bullpen too. Stratton threw 22 yesterday. Sam Long threw 31, and that's it. Estevez, Urseg, Schreiber, Zerpa, Harvey, Lynch all had the day off yesterday. I'm interested in Minnesota in this game. With the way the line move is going, I like Bailey Ober. Michael Waka is iffy for me. Even money for this Minnesota Twins team. I'm going to take a shot here with them at even money. Full game, even money for Minnesota Twins for this matchup. So, yes, Minnesota here for me, even money against the Royals. Let's see. Why he lie? Yeah. Rays are also losers of 5 of 6. Yeah. I like Waka, but I don't get the feeling Twins get the dub. The A Central teams playing today, that seems like, yeah. Okay, you're on the Royals on the other side. There you go. Yo Markel. I didn't like the Royals, but at 80%, I might have to. I might get down now at 91%. Royals don't lose to the Twins. Repeat after me. I mean, yeah, totally. Yesterday was 4-0 Twins. They don't lose to them there. Bailey Ober goes way more than barely over. I cannot believe I said that he was a stud last year. He looked good last year, though. Oh, I wanted to confess something. I was a noob and saw Castillo, hence the Mariners in the under. Yeah, different Castillo. I don't like the Royals, but the Twins I don't like at all. Fair. If this is your feelings, I would endorse it as much as I like Waka. Twins money line. Yeah. Still the Indians division. Royals run line. 9% the percent play is the Royals. Cool. Put it in the contest then. I'm on the Royals. Oh, yeah. I have 1K. I have 1K. I want to put on some MLB futures. Got to figure out what I like. And you don't have to force it. You don't have to force it right now. You can definitely wait and see if you get more of a feel on some of these teams. Yeah, probably bet around 50 to 100 on each future play. Yeah, my first thing that I meant to bet yesterday that I think I might sprinkle after the show here, and maybe this is worth 10, 15 bucks. I think it was 50 to 1 yesterday on Alonso to win the MVP. There's one play I was looking at. I've already made enough future bets preseason to where I'm probably not going to add on too much. But yeah, I rebet. I bet on rebet because I'm not old enough still. Fair. Yes, usually you are first gut instinct. Yeah. Only 18. You're only 18? I don't believe that one bit. I think teams looking to avoid the sweep went 5-1 yesterday. Yeah. That's valid. Is this series 1-1? Yep. There you go. Overrated Red Sox got swept. The joke they are. I mean, I like this. I like this Blue Jays team. I think that the Blue Jays are more underrated than the Red Sox are overrated. Personally, this is the first day I'm betting baseball, so I have my bets like 5 to 10 smaller than the NBA. I don't know how people bet the NBA right now, but yeah. Red Sox at 85 team total over wins. Probably put 50 to 100 on that. Yeah. Looking for more win totals. Gotcha. One more game for the no way he's 18 because if that case, I'm 31. There you go. Watching the show. Wow. Okay. Fair. And that's totally fair. We'll move on, though. We have 2 games remaining on the card. The Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Colorado Rockies. This line was puzzling. We have this line. Okay, the line's moved now. Okay, so that makes sense. This line was a pick'em, total 10.5. Now, and it opened up -110. Now it's -124 from Milwaukee. That makes a lot more sense. Line opened up at a 10.5, -110 is a 10.5 at even money. So we do a move towards the under here as well. You know how we like our Coors Field unders. But 67% of tickets and 85% of cash on the over. So yeah, that makes sense. The line's moved slightly towards the under though. So that's kind of something there. And then 81% of tickets and 74% of cash is on the the Brewers in this game here. So the public is coming in on the Brewers. Not really too much of a surprise there. You get the fade the Rockies at this number. I understand why people would like that. We have Quinn Priester taking on Ryan Feltner. Quinn Priester making his first start of the season, I believe. He was traded from the Red Sox over to the Brewers. Here he was pitching in Worcester, and it was part of the trade because Quinn Priester just wasn't going to crack that Red Sox rotation. So they parted ways with him, and they actually got a decent return in him. They got a good complex level prospect and a comp pick as well in that trade. So and I believe a player to be named later as well. On the flip side, we have Ryan Feltner, who has gotten his season off to an okay start. Back-to-back games of 5 innings of 2 earned run baseball. He gave up 8 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts in his previous game against Oakland. And in his first game, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts against Tampa Bay. So kind of an interesting spot here. I'm not going to be on the Brewers. I was on the Brewers yesterday. Love that Brewers spot. Today, I would flip the other way. I would say it's Rockies or no bet. If you're looking at this game here, what are we going to get from Quinn Priester, especially in altitude in his first start of the season in the major leagues? Obviously, he was pitching in AAA. So this would be Rockies or no bet. This feels like a trap line a little bit there. You get the Brewers at this low of a line. Feels like a little bit of a trap. So I would lean Rockies in this game if I'm getting involved with it. But I'm not going to. It's a pass for me. Let's see. Coyotes 8 team and Tim shows up. Okay, you're fine. You're all good. I didn't say you lied. It was just for me. It just caught me off guard and it was hard to believe right off the rip. But I mean, it makes sense if you found an offshore book that will allow you to bet at underage. Then yeah, it makes sense. Well, look at my own Mike Lennon account. There's videos of me talking to them. Fair. 38 here. It's the first one, 191 subs. There you go. You haven't. Okay. Never would I ever only accept plus 107 for the Rockies. Never would I ever only accept plus 107 for the Rockies. Priester is bad. Well, Priester's pitching on the opposite side, but yeah. First 5 under 5.5 lean Rocks and Brews. That's fair. Pass. Rockies first 5. No way the Rockies get swept. Teams went 5-1 to avoid the sweep. That's fair. Yes, for explaining myself. There you go. Damn 38. That person old. We'll move on. Tampa Bay, Toronto Blue Jays, and the Boston Red Sox. It's a pick'em in this game with a total of 8.5. taking a look at the line history here between Walker Buehler and Chris Bassett. We have this line opening up at a 115 for Boston. It's now minus 107. So we do have a move towards Toronto. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 120, got down to an 8.5, back up to a 9, but it's moved towards the under since the opening line. We have 55% tickets, 73% cash on the Blue Jays, and the line's moving towards them. I'm interested in this Blue Jays team. I really like this Blue Jays team this year. I was hyping them up preseason, and it's the first place Toronto Blue Jays right now. I'm also very high on this Red Sox team. I am. But 3 wins in a row for this Toronto Blue Jays team after getting swept. So they split against the Orioles. They sweep the Nationals, get swept by the Mets. They sweep the Red Sox, or not sweep the Red Sox. They won the first 3 against the Red Sox here. And for me in this spot, I want to go to the Blue Jays in this one. I was on the Blue Jays game 1. Unfortunately, I wasn't on them the last 2 games. We have Chris Bassett taking on Walker Buehler. Bassett's been awesome this year. In his 2 starts, he's shoved 1 earned run on, granted, 8 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, though, 6 innings pitched against the Orioles. And then his next start, no earned runs on 4 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts, and 6 2/3 against the Mets. So Chris Bassett's looked awesome this year. On the flip side, we have Walker Buehler, which I believe they skipped his last start. His last start was His last start was on April 4th against the Cardinals. He gave up 5 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. His first start got hit too, 4 earned runs on 7 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 1/3. I think we get a pitching advantage with Chris Bassett in this game. We have just the current form of the Blue Jays is better at the moment. I want to take a look at what the bullpens look like because I want to see if this is first 5 or full game with the Blue Jays. But I'm going to be on Toronto in this game. In this one, I just need to figure out whether it's early or whether it's first 5 or full game. They have a fully rested and ready to go bullpen. Jeff Hoffman threw 20 pitches yesterday, and Sandlin threw 9. But I mean, everybody else, Yimi Garcia didn't throw, Barnes didn't throw, Greens didn't throw, Rodriguez didn't throw, Flaherty didn't throw, Little didn't throw, and it was only 9 pitches for Sandlin, so he'll probably be available as well. And Hoffman might be available as well. He threw 20 yesterday, so that's a maybe if it's a close game. The Red Sox threw Weisser for 12 pitches yesterday. He probably won't be available. He threw 31 on Monday as well. Zach Kelly had yesterday off, so he'll be available. Winkowski's thrown back-to-back days, so he probably won't be. Chapman threw 14 yesterday. He probably can be. Slayton threw 8 yesterday. He probably can be. Justin Wilson threw 1 singular pitch. Whitlock and Bernardino haven't thrown the last few games. So looks like pretty fresh, ready to go bullpens. And the question is, whose bullpen do you trust more? That's a tough question. I want to say I want to go. Let's take a look what this first 5 has done real quick. For this first 5 money line, I'm interested in the Blue Jays. I think the first 5 is probably the better look because I think the bigger edge I have here is Bassett over Wheeler. And they're favorites in the first 5. I think that tells you everything you need to know. Give me the first 5 with the Blue Jays here. Minus 110 over on Bet365 on this spot. I like the matchup I'm getting with Bassett over Wheeler, or not over Wheeler, over Walker. So I'm going to go ahead first 5 money line minus 110 for the Toronto Blue Jays here in this one. So let me grab that real quick. It's minus 110 over on Bet365, and there we go. Back to the chat, and then we'll move on to the next game. Let's see. I'm down to back the old Rocks today. Let's go Red Sox. They can win full game. Blue Jays first 5. Blue Jays. Nobody. All right, okay, cool. There you go. Street Sweeper, pay and go Toronto. Nice. Thanks for telling us 446. I don't think anybody asked, but yeah. 446. I actually trade for a living starting in 2011. I just do it on the side. Do this on the side. Bet that really makes your head spin. Okay. For 446 to say that, okay. Red Sox money line. I agree. 446. I knew Coyote. Okay. I'm at victory. Fair. We'll move on. Last game of the day. One I've got a lot of interest in that I kind of want to back in multiple ways, but let's talk about it. We have Spencer Schwellenbach taking on Jesus Luzardo. We have this line opening up -125 for the Atlanta Braves. It's now 119. Wow. Okay, this line's moved towards Philly. I mean, that makes sense. The public's on Philly. Line opened up in an 8s down to a 7.5, and we might see 7s soon on this one here. 95% of tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over in this one. Line's dropping. And then we have 64% of tickets, 70% of cash on the Phillies. The line's moving towards them now. We have my guy, Spencer Schwellenbach. This is one guy I had circled preseason that I really, really liked, and he has been awesome so far. And Luzardo has been great too. Jesus Luzardo is coming in off of that really, really good appearance against the LA Dodgers where he went 7 innings, no one runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. If he pitches like this, that Philly rotation is deep because he's been awesome this year. And on the flip side, the Atlanta Braves, this is Schwellenbach, I think, is the ace on the staff. I truly, truly do. He's the ace of my rotation of the guys that I like to back. He has gone 14 shutout innings so far to start the season. No earned runs on 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts against the Padres. That was a 1-0 loss. And then he went up against the Marlins, gave up no earned runs on 2 hits, no walks, 10 strikeouts, and 8 innings pitched. He's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I look for him to do the exact same thing today. And I think that we see the same thing out of Luzardo, that we see Luzardo pitch well too. And I think this is a really, really good spot here. The line's moved towards the under first 5, or full game. Has it moved towards the under first 5 as well? Yes, it has. I want to double up on this under. I think that we get both these pitchers just come out here and shove. And I like the full games as well because I could see both these pitchers going deeper into the game, going 6, 7, 8 innings maybe in this spot. Alvarado threw yesterday, Ruiz threw yesterday, Ross threw yesterday for the Phillies. So maybe Kirkland will be available, Banks could be available, Strom and Romero would be available. And then for the Braves, they have gone through some bullpen. They're going to need Schwellenbach to go deep in this game. Lee has thrown back-to-back games. Hernandez has thrown back-to-back games. Iglesias has thrown back-to-back games. Pierce Johnson threw yesterday, and so did Aaron Bummer. So I think that definitely this is going to be a spot where I'm going to want first 5 and full game because I do think that Schwellenbach can give me 8 innings or 7 at least. First 5 under 4 is -130, a little pricey, but I'm fine with that. And the full game under 7.5 is -120 on Bovada. I'm going to double up on unders in this game. I think we see a really, really strong pitcher's duel in this matchup. And we see both these pitchers go toe-to-toe here in this spot. I love Schwellenbach, and I am a fan of Luzardo as well, betting-wise. I think that Luzardo can have a really strong year at Philadelphia this year, and Schwellenbach is the ace of the Brave staff. Even though, and he's just getting started. Schwellenbach, he's going to be so good. And it scares me as a Mets fan having to face him because he's dominating the Mets. But with that being said, this is definitely a bet-on pitcher for me here. So, yeah, first 5, under 4, -130. Full game under 7.5, -120. Doubling up on unders here with Philly and Atlanta. Let's see. Isaac's cooler. Yeah, first 5 under, and the Nerfy. Love the Nerfy as well. I can definitely see that. Braves game under 7 at +105. Yeah, I can see both pitchers going 7, so probably go with the full game under 7.5. I'm going with both. I'm going with both because if one cashes and the other one doesn't, I could split out. But yes, I'm on both unders for that. I actually like them both. I'm on the unders as well. Love it. But that is everything for the baseball card. Let's transition to NBA. Not really too much we're going to go over with the NBA. It feels like most of these matchups for the playoffs have been determined already. So let's get started. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. -9.5 for the Pacers with a total of 232.5 in this game. Let me grab the covers here in this spot. Let me grab the standings and everything along those lines. The Pacers are 9.5-point favorites, which tells me that we're going to get a lot of resting players here for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers have locked up the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Pacers have basically locked up the 4 seed. They have how many games remaining? They have this game and 2 more after this. They get Orlando and Cleveland. Right? They've played. Yeah, they have 3 games remaining, and they get Cleveland twice, which I don't know how much Cleveland's going to be trying. The Cleveland Cavaliers have, I believe, 3 games remaining as well. They get the Pacers end of the year. They have the Knicks sandwiched in between. This line right here tells me that we're seeing a lot of resting players for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's take a look at the line history. Line opened up at a 9, it's now 9.5. Question is, do the Pacers do have something to play for? They are 2 games behind the Knicks for the 3 seed. They win out, the Knicks lose out. Now we're talking about the 3-seeded Indiana Pacers going up against the 6-seeded Detroit Pistons in the first round. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. See if maybe the Pacers are worth the stab in this one here, just because Cleveland's not going to be trying. Strauss is out, Garland's out, Mobley's out, Mitchell's out. So they have a lot of players. They have a bunch of their big guys out. 59% tickets, 71% cash on the Pacers here. Pacers probably win this game because Cleveland's going to play nobody. Do you want to lay 9.5 though? Not particularly. It's a pass for me. But it would be Pacers or no bet. I see a pitcher stool. Yep. 4-1 Braves. I could definitely see that. Lean Pacers, but why would anyone bet this? That's a good question. They have something to play for. Never mind. Yeah, they're 2 games behind the Knicks with 3 games to go. Do they want the 3 seed? That's the question. There we go. We'll move on. The New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons are 2 games behind the Bucks with 3 games to go. So they can catch the Bucks if they win out and the Bucks lose out. We basically know what the seeds are going to be in the Eastern Conference, though. It's going to be Cleveland, Boston, New York, Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit. And we know that the 7th seed is Orlando. No, Orlando's 2.5 behind, or only 2.5 up on Atlanta, so they can lose out and Atlanta can win out and get that seed. But yeah. Detroit coming in off of back-to-back losses. They get Milwaukee the last 2 games. Oh! They win this game. They beat Milwaukee twice. They're this 5 seed. And they get Indiana instead of New York. That's an interesting situation there. The Knicks are coming in off of the game against the Celtics. They covered as 2.5-point dogs, but they lost 119 to 117. And the question is, do the Knicks have any motivation in this game? They have 3 games remaining. They need to win 1 of them in order to clinch the 4 seed, and they get a game against the Brooklyn Nets to end the season. So that's probably the game they'll clinch. This tells me Pistons. I want to take a look at where the lines moved in this game here. Maybe this is Pistons minus 3.5 in this game. Line opened up at 4.5. It's down to a 3.5 though. Wow. Then the line opened up 224.5. It's now 228.5. 44% or 56% of tickets, 53% of cash on the Knicks. I guess that explains the line move towards the Knicks. Maybe. So small lean towards the Pistons in this game, but I'm not going to force action in the NBA. And who knows really what we're going to really. I think there's one game with true implications. But like these Eastern Conference games, I feel like we already know it's kind of set in stone where these teams are going to be. We'll move on. A game I really don't want to talk too much about, and I'm not going to spend too much time on. Atlanta's 13.5-point road favorites, total 232.5. Line open up 12.5. It's a 13.5. Line open up 226.5. It's now 232.5. We have this. We have 58% tickets, 55% of cash on the Nets. The line's moving towards the Hawks, though. 84% tickets, 88% of cash on the over in this one here. Could this be a smash and grab spot for the Atlanta Hawks? They still have something to play for. They don't want to go drop into that 9 seed, which they only have a half-game lead over Chicago. And Brooklyn's mailed it in. Granted, Brooklyn didn't win the last game, but the question is, do we want to lay this type of points on the road with the Hawks? The Hawks are coming in off of the loss against the Orlando Magic, which really kind of, I think that kind of solidified them not having home court advantage in that 7-8 matchup, which is whatever. I don't know how much that truly matters. It does matter, but it is what it is. Brooklyn coming in off a win against New Orleans. Congratulations. But this team against good teams have been getting crushed as of late. And this would be Atlanta or no bet. And the more and more I look at it, the more and more I think that Atlanta probably is the bet in this game. They're coming in off of the last against Orlando. They need to hold off Chicago here. And maybe this is the way to approach it, is teams that have something to play for, maybe you just money line them. Which is, I want to take a look what this is. I don't advocate for parlays, but I'm just curious what this is. If you would go with Atlanta, Indiana, and Milwaukee. Nope, not at minus 200 odds. Fuck that. Okay, cool. This is not an NBA card. I'm jumping for joy over, and I probably won't bet anything in this NBA card, to be completely honest. So yeah. So it's a lean towards the Hawks for me, but I'm not betting it. I can't take the Knicks without Josh Hart and OG. Pacers team total over. Okay. Braves 7-4 the under 7.5 when facing Padres, Dodgers, and Phillies. Phillies also 7-4 the under as well. Nice. Nets plus 13.5. There's no way you can take plus 13.5 at home when the Hawks can't win a game lately. Fair. I'm not betting it, but yeah, the Hawks do have the motivation though. Fun fact: when in doubt, do a parlay. When in doubt, do a parlay. No, absolutely not. Hawks 2-6 money line last 6 games. Yeah, I'm not betting the Hawks. It's just a lean. But yeah, we have the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. This should be this line opened up at a 15, got up to a 15.5, or it's opened up at a 15.5 early, actually got down to a 15, now down to a 14. Do have a move towards New Orleans in this game. I don't trust New Orleans whatsoever, though. Line opened up to 20.5. It's still 220.5. Could be a little bit of a look at spot for Milwaukee, but I mean, Milwaukee should win this game. Detroit, and that could set up 2 games against Detroit, where if Detroit wins both of them, I think they get the 5 seed. So things can get very interesting, especially if the Bucks lose this game tonight. They shouldn't. They're 14-point favorites, and they are on a 5-game winning streak now. They beat Minnesota, New Orleans, Miami, Philadelphia, and Phoenix the last 5 games. New Orleans is coming in off of 4 straight losses. Granted, they've covered 6-2-2 in the last 10 games, so maybe this is a spot where maybe the Pelicans do cover this game. 46% of tickets, 60% of the cash is on the Parleys. The line's moving towards them. 68% of tickets, 66% of cash on the over in this one. Only 220.5 this total, which is kind of interesting there. Maybe it's a Pelicans team total over. Good God, the amount of injuries they have, though. That's a long injury report. Giannis Antetokounmpo is questionable for this game. He's probable. He'll probably play. Lillard's out long term. If you want to lay 14 with the Bucks, be my guest. But I'm actually kind of interested. What's this total done with a team total over here with the Pelicans? Because I think if the Pelicans cover, they put up points. I'd open up 220.5. It's still 220.5. What is this team total over for the Pelicans? Because I think they put up points potentially in this game, and maybe that's the way to approach. Maybe that's the way to approach that Hawks game as well. Is a team total. Pelicans 102.5 minus 115 over on DraftKings. I want to take a look real quick with this Pelicans team. Is this a Pelicans team that's been putting up points as of late? 114, 107, 108, 98, 98, 95, 112, 130. I mean, they're a little bit. And I mean, this is 102.5 we're talking about. And this Bucks team continuously gives up over 100, 103, 100, 700, 1500, 1300, 2300, 4500, 1600. Yeah, no, this is Pelicans team total over for me, minus 115 over on DraftKings. And I want to take a look real quick with the Hawks. I want to take a look at what that total's done, because I think I want to take a team total over with the Hawks as well. This line opened up to 26.5 up to 232.5. So yeah, I can see the Hawks putting up points in this game. And that Hawks total, 84% tickets, 88% of cash. Yeah. I want to take a look what that Hawks team total is as well. I might take that as well instead of laying the points there with Atlanta. 123.5. What have the Nets been doing defensively as of late? Real quick, I know I just talked about that game, but I'm gonna quickly go back and maybe add this team total over. The Nets defensively, 114, 120, 105, 109. Actually, they've been keeping teams under that number. Yeah, no, I'll stay off of that, but I will take the Pelicans team total over 102.5 at minus 115. to get my NBA card started. And that might be the only thing. That might be the only NBA play I take today is that Pelicans team total over 102.5 minus 115 DraftKings. Somehow on action, 95% are betting the over in the Braves game. Yeah, no shock there. No shock that the public loves overs. And keep in mind, it's the lone night game. It's the only 7:00 game tonight. So that makes sense to me. That the public is betting the over, the only night game, and I think it might only get worse. And yes, the public loves overs. I see Coyote in the chat saying the public loves overs. So yeah, when you tell me when you're telling me the public's on the over, that doesn't shock me one bit. Yeah, public loves overs. No point laying 15 with the Bucks. Yeah, I don't know if I trust the Pelicans to cover, but I will trust the Pelicans to put up 103 points, please. We'll move on. Final game on the NBA card before we get into the NHL card. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Memphis Grizzlies. We have the T-Wolves 2-point road favorites with a total of 232. Two teams fighting for not having to play in the playing game. Minnesota is a game behind, or half a game behind Golden State and a game behind Memphis. This is a big game for Minnesota trying to get out of that play-in spot. This line opened up at -1. It's now -2. I want to look at the money line though. Line opened up 233.5. It's down to a 230. It's down to a 232. So we do move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at money lines because this is a small enough spread to look at money lines. Line opened up 117. It's down 129 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So this would be a lean towards. This would be a T-Wolves or no bet spot. 62% tickets, 68% cash on the T-Wolves spread, 51 and 43 on the money line. That's interesting there, and the line's moving towards them. This tells me that probably the T-Wolves are the play in this game. They're a fresh, healthy team. This Minnesota Timberwolves team. Nobody on the injury report going to covers. Memphis, it's just role players really. Clark, Wells, pulling. So two healthy teams here in this spot. It would be Minnesota or no bet in this game. And I think I'm going to stay off in this spot. Minus 122 over on DraftKings. It's Minnesota or no bet. Maybe I add that a little bit later, but not at the moment. Why Nick has made me like unders. Yes. Wolves money line. I'm out. I got class. Good luck, everyone. Let's win some money. There you go. Nick, can you post all your future bets for the MLB on in the members only? Yes. Yeah, I can. I have them all available on Twitter as well. So that I can copy paste and put them into into the members only there. But yes, they are all available on Twitter as well. Maybe I can find better numbers, and I just like seeing what you have. Yeah, I got you. I'll look towards that. We'll move on. Final sport. We have 10 games in this sport, though. The Buffalo Sabres and the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have the Blue Jackets minus 140 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. And I know a lot of people are going to look at the spot and be like, yeah, got to back the Sabres. They've been winning a little bit, right? They've been winning, yeah. At home, actually on the road, they've been pretty decent too. They've won 2 in a row on the road. Columbus, they are a significantly better home team than they are a road team. We've been noting that all year. 23, 10, and 5 at home, 12, 23, and 4 on the road. Taking a look at what this Columbus team is going through right now, they have 79 points. They're 8 points behind the Canadiens with the game in hand. I believe a loss would eliminate them from the playoffs. The max amount of points they can get is 89 points. So basically, I think a loss would eliminate them from playoff contention. So you know that they are going to be trying in this game. On the flip side, Buffalo, they've absolutely been trying. 5 wins in a row, 8 of the last 9. This team is red hot right now. And they have the same amount of wins as the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Buffalo Sabres are now only 3 points behind the Islanders, the Red Wings, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the New York Rangers. There's a chance that the Sabres can finish with a better record than the New York Rangers this year. That downfall needs to be studied. That's outrageous. I think Columbus wins this game at home tonight. But do I want to jump in front of Buffalo at this number? No. But do I feel the need to bet Buffalo? No, I want them more at home than I do on the road. So it would be a lean towards probably Columbus on the -1 line for me, because I know a lot of people are going to look at Buffalo and all that. But we have Columbus at home where they play better. Sabres feeling good about themselves off of a sweeping the homestand. Granted, I think that homestand was, they swept the 3-game homestand. Maybe they hit the road and they struggle, because we saw that last time. They hit the road against Philly and they lost. Maybe this is Columbus -1. And maybe the Buffalo love is too much in this one here. I don't look at cash flow when it comes to NHL. I'm curious. Is the public on the Sabres? 61% of the bets are on the Blue Jackets. That's interesting there. Not surprising, just interesting. I guess. The markets always love dogs in the NHL. That's why I really don't look at the markets. This is Columbus or no bet. This is Columbus or no bet. Question is, do we pull the trigger on it? We have a Columbus team that's significantly better at home. They're coming in off of a win against Ottawa, feeling a little bit of momentum. They have 3 games remaining on in their season, right? 4 games after this. They get Washington twice, who won't care. Philly, they're in their minds, they're still in. Buffalo, though, is really good after they're eliminated. I think this is ultimately a stay off spot, but it's a lean towards Columbus -1. Yep. Okay. I will. Then I will copy and paste all of it and put it into the members only. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yep. CBJ puck line and Stars puck line. Yeah, I'm so close to betting the I'm so close to betting the Blue Jackets in this game. I am. We expect Reimer to be solid. I don't know. I really don't know. He's been good lately. What is the -1 line? Can I get a decent number? It's 140 plus 173 on Bovada. 114. Feels too easy to take Buffalo, isn't it? They've been hot. This Columbus team's desperate. I'll take a shot with the Columbus Blue Jackets in this game. I've talked myself into them. Columbus -1 at plus. What did I say? Plus 114. I'll take the Blue Jackets on the -1 line in this spot. Blue Jackets -114. We'll move on. We have the Detroit Red Wings taking on the Florida Panthers. We have the Panthers -195 favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. Detroit in the same boat as the Islanders, who are in the same boat as the Blue Jackets, who I believe if they lose, they're done. And the Florida Panthers, they were up last game. They beat the Maple Leafs, and they look good in it in that game. They definitely look good in that spot. These two teams played just a few days ago with a 2-1 win for Detroit. I can see Florida getting a bounce back spot or getting that short-term revenge. Maybe you play them on the puck line. Florida is 3 points behind the Lightning with no games in hand. So they're the 3 seed in the Atlantic. I don't see Ottawa passing them, who are 4 games behind them, or 4 points behind them with 4 games to go. Maybe we see the Panthers show up in this game after a nice win there against the Maple Leafs. They're back at home. It's just short-term revenge. On the Detroit Red Wings side, they lost 4-1 in their last game to the Montreal Canadiens, which kind of was the nail in the coffin, really, for them. Do we think they show up after this, or is this -1 line on the Panthers, which is 190 and 125? minus 129. Do we take the Panthers -1 just to take care of business here in this game? Short-term revenge. And Detroit losing that last game, kind of killing the good vibes there. And the Panthers getting Barkov back, getting Reinhart back, getting Forsling back. Is this the time of the year where the Florida Panthers get ready for playoff mode, and they win their last few games heading into the playoffs, and potentially they steal home ice advantage over the Lightning? I want to add the Panthers -1. I think I want to add the Panthers -1 in this game. In this spot, I think that this is, I think this is the Panthers spot. That short-term revenge. They're back at home. I'm going to move on it here. -129, -1 over on Fanatics with the Panthers. So yes, super interesting. Starting with 2 -1 lines. But yeah, Panthers -1 here for me. -129 against the Red Wings. Red Wings money line. Red Wings money line and Nucks money line. The Dogs sweep the season series lay. Interesting. It's just a small lean. Or not a small lean. I took Florida -1. I think Florida takes care of business in this game. So yeah, Florida -1 here. So starting with 2 -1 lines, and who knows, maybe it's a third one here. The Boston Bruins taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Really nothing to play for in this game. Both these teams are eliminated from the playoffs. The Bruins, though, have been playing a little bit better as of late. They are coming in off of a couple wins, I believe. Now they took care of business against the Devils in their last game, 7-2 over them, which was a nice little bounce back after losing 6-3 against the Sabres. On the flip side, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. They lost 5-0 to the Penguins in their last game. I don't know where the motivation is in this game. Maybe this is just you go out here and they play some pond hockey. Maybe we just bet. Maybe with two teams that are eliminated, you just bet overs, and maybe this is first period full game over in this spot. And I just have a ton of action in the NHL today, and I just go ham trying to improve this record. And maybe I double up on overs in this game. And maybe I just do that with two teams that have nothing to play for that are going to be playing pond hockey. Maybe we just play overs, just a bunch of overs here. I haven't bet many totals lately, but I think I'm going to double up on this game here. I know it's this 1-800-GAMBLER game, but we're getting 5.5 -135 over on Fanatics. I'm going to move on the 5.5 at -135 and the over 1.5 first period -125. I'm going to double up on overs in this game, and I'm going to start doing that. Two teams that games don't matter. Maybe I double up on overs. I'm not going to say that with the Blue Jackets because they are still in. But two teams that are already eliminated, why not take some overs? So yeah, I'm going to do first period full game over here in this spot. First period over 1.5, full game over 5.5, -125 for the first period. Full game is -135. So that's where I'll go in this game is overs in this spot. Does Fanatics actually let you do -1 line, or is it a calculator line? Calculator line. Hawks and draw. There you go. Yes, it's the -1 calculator, which for those who want the -1 calculator, this is the -1 calculator. Boom. There we go. Okay. Games haven't even started yet, but okay. All right, so we have two teams that have nothing to play for here. The Carolina Hurricanes know where they are in the playoffs, and so do the Washington Capitals. And I'm pretty sure we know the matchups these two teams will have because the Carolina Hurricanes, their matchup is locked. We know it's going to be the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils in the first round of the playoffs. And I think I saw the Hurricanes are -250. Favorites to win that series. Doesn't shock me. I thought they were going to be -300, but that's beyond the point. This line, wow, has moved dramatically towards the Carolina Hurricanes. That tells me that probably some players are sitting in this game, potentially for the Capitals, or they don't care. Alexi Protas is out. Logan Thompson's day-to-day. And Milano's still out for the Capitals. This tells me that Carolina is probably to be backed in this game. Question is, can we trust them? They're coming in off of the shutout loss. They're kind of in their malaise. They have nothing to play for. Two teams have nothing to play for. Maybe this is another over. Carolina has given up 3 goals at least 3 goals in 3 straight, 4 of their last 5. So defensively, they've not been playing that well. Washington's been giving up goals 4-3, 5-3, 8-4, 3-3. In their last 8 games, they've given up at least 3 goals. Maybe both these teams just give up goals in this game. And we see a little bit of pond hockey. Both these teams know where they are. The Capitals, I believe, have clinched the division. They've clinched the division. They've clinched the Met. Carolina's in the 2 seed. Both these teams have nothing to play for. Maybe we see goals in this game here. And I'm getting first period over 1.5 minus 120 and full game over 5.5 minus 125. 2 teams have nothing to play for. I will bet overs. I think that's the way I'm going to approach these, is doubling up on overs and seeing how it goes. First period over 1.5, full game over 5.5 in this one here. I know I'm peppering the board today, but I'm trying to do it there. Cool. No, I'm so shocked. I'm not. Time to buy then. Fear in the market. Perfect. Okay. Are we just going to talk stocks or okay? Yeah. Okay. We'll move on. We're talking hockey. We have 2 teams that I would love to say have something to play for, but I mean, both these teams could be eliminated by tomorrow? New York Islanders and the New York Rangers. Maybe this is just overs again in this game. We have the Islanders around minus 120, minus 125 favorites in this game with a total of 5.5, juice towards the over or 6s. The Islanders are coming in off of that overtime loss against the Predators, which was 7-6 in overtime. It's going to be Magnus Hogberg in net, which I do not trust whatsoever. On the flip side, we have the New York Rangers, who are coming in on a second half of a back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights. And they're getting beat down right now. They've lost 3 in a row. They've given up at least 4 goals in 4 in a row and 5 of 6. Their only game they didn't give up 4 or more goals was against the Sharks. The Islanders have, other than they did play 2 good games against Washington and Minnesota. Other than that, though, they've been an over machine. And I think this is more overs for this matchup here. Hogberg in net and a tired Rangers team. And we're getting affordable numbers on this one. Over 1.5, minus 115, full game over 5.5, minus 130 over on DraftKings. I'm going to double up on overs here again. I know a lot of overs here today, but I mean, these are 2 teams that, for all intents and purposes, have nothing to play for. They are both 8 points behind the Canadiens, with the Islanders having 1 game in hand and the Rangers having no games in hand. So both these teams have nothing to play for. And the Islanders could eliminate the Rangers tonight. I would lean towards the Islanders in this game if I'm betting a side, because they have a little bit more to play for. Islanders team total is 2.5 minus 175, no, and then 3.5 at plus 130. I can see that. So for me, I guess it's a lean towards the Isles if I'm betting anything in this spot, but I'll just go first period over, full game over. Again, 2 teams have nothing to play for. All right. Draw/rags. Rags, I can definitely see that. Stocks, stock market. Anyone heard of weather? You can literally bet on over under for the temps in certain cities. That's hilarious. See. More stocks. Rangers complete tech mode. Bet the house on the Isles. I wouldn't, but I could see that. I see the Isles winning, but I think that. Let's see. No. Skip this. CBJ money line to tie with the winner of this game. Fair. In the bottom. Okay. We'll keep on going here. These two teams I think do have something to play for a little bit. Actually, absolutely they do. Dallas Stars win this game. They're within 2 points of the division. So things can get really interesting if the Stars win this game. Stars minus 125 at the total of 5.5. This is definitely not an overs game. These two teams have something to play for because the Winnipeg Jets currently lead the Dallas Stars by 4 points for the division. Both these teams have played 78 games. And for this matchup, it's really, do these teams want to play the Avalanche? I think the answer is a simple no. Who would you rather play? The Colorado Avalanche or the Wild or the Blues? The answer is easy. It's the Wild or the Blues, even though I think the Blues can win a series and so can the Avalanche. So this is very important games. Dallas has lost back-to-back games in overtime. I think Dallas comes out pissed after that game against Vancouver, where they were up 5-2 with a minute to go. Vancouver scores 3 goals in the last minute, wins in overtime. If they don't come out pissed off, I don't know what will piss off the Dallas Stars. Winnipeg's coming in off of snapping the St. Louis Blues winning streak a couple nights ago. So they could be feeling pretty good. They're on the road they're 24-15 on the road. This is Dallas or no bet, and the more and more looking at it, why are we not on the Dallas Stars in this game? In this one, they're coming in off of that embarrassing effort. Yeah, I'm just betting every goddamn game on this board, aren't I? But yeah, Stars money line for me in this game. I like this card for whatever reason. A lot of these plays are just jumping out at me, and we're going high volume, I guess, to end the season here in the NHL. Because I'm determined to make my record better, and I like these spots as well. So yeah, for me, Dallas Stars here minus 125 in this game. Pissed off team coming in, but yeah, okay. We need some. No comment at all. Okay. Good night. Yeah, for sure. Stars only held tonight. Yep. That should be fine. Stars money line, but pass only betting baseball. Yeah, this feels like Stars for sure. We'll move on. One game I probably won't be. The Vancouver Canucks taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Maybe this is another one where it's overs because neither of these teams are going to care. Vancouver just got eliminated from the playoffs, cashed the plus 170 ticket on the Canucks to miss the playoffs. And the Avalanche will be playing the Avalanche are locked into that 3 seed. They are not catching the Stars. They have 3 games they got 3 games remaining. They are 6 points behind the Stars with the Stars having a game in hand. But they're up 7 points on the Wild with no games in hand. So the Wild are not catching the Avalanche. The Avalanche know where they are, and they are they are in the 3 seed locked in. And the Vancouver Canucks have been eliminated from the playoffs. So is this another pond hockey game? This feels like pond hockey. Roll out the pucks. Nobody's going to block shots. If you're the Avalanche, you have nothing to play for. If you're the Canucks, you have nothing to play for. Both these teams are the Canucks have been a little bit of an over team as of late. They're coming in off of that crazy win against Dallas. So I guess this would be Avalanche or no bet. It's crazy. They're coming off of that win against Dallas, and then they get eliminated from the playoffs because of the win by the Wild last night. The Wild winning officially knocked out Vancouver. And this feels like another over game. 2 teams that do not care. It would be a first period full game over. Yeah, I'll move on that. And we're getting good numbers for this one. Both over on Bet365, first period over 1.5, full game over 5.5. Well, both at minus 115. So yeah, I'm on a lot of overs today, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, so why not give the Canucks a win? Yeah, imagine. I can see it. I can see both these teams not caring. We see 4-4 heading into overtime. Who knows? And I have a feeling this is another over game. The Nashville Predators and the Utah Hockey Club. The Utah Hockey Club have been eliminated. So have the Nashville Predators. The Utah is coming in off of a dominating win against the Seattle Kraken in their last game. I believe it was 7-0 at one point. They end up winning 7-1 in that game. They've been scoring goals as of late, back-to-back games, scoring 4 more goals. Nashville is coming in off of that crazy win against the Islanders, 7-6 in overtime. They've been struggling scoring as of late, but I would not be surprised to see this one as a little bit of pond hockey. But Nashville is just one of those teams. They're coming off of 7 goals, but previous to that, they had scored 1-1, 4-1, 1-2, 3-1. So, this is a team that's not scoring. Do we trust them for an over in this game? And is it going to be Kirill Vejmelka again? If it's Vejmelka again, hell, why not? take some overs here in this one, but it'd be a lean towards overs in this game if I'm betting it. But with that being said, I'll stay off. Because I don't trust Nashville offensively, but this definitely will fall under two teams that don't care. Roll out the pucks and play some pond hockey. But and here's the thing: the last two games of the night, teams have something to play for. Vegas not as much. Vegas can lock up the division with a win tonight, so would not be surprised if they showed up and played well. And then the Kings are still trying to keep ahead of the Oilers. And I believe with the win there, they would be 4 points up on the Oilers and no games in hand, with both teams having 4 games remaining. So the Kings have something to play for. So, yeah, the last two games I don't think are – maybe Vegas is. So I'm going to pull the trigger on the overs in this game as well with the Utah game here. First period over 1.5 minus 130. Full game over 5.5 minus 130. I'll pull the trigger here on overs in this spot as well. Just a shit ton of overs, but hey, let's cash some overs tonight. Let's get some goals. VGK and Reg, I can see this. When I saw this game, my mind went blank. So yeah, I can definitely understand that. Seattle Kraken, Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights can clinch the division with a win tonight. The Seattle Kraken are long gone. So I would not be surprised if we get a good effort from the Vegas Golden Knights here in this game. Coming in to this matchup off of the shootout loss against Colorado. It's their first game back after a 3-game road trip. They went to Calgary, Vancouver, Colorado. After this, again, Nashville, Calgary, Vancouver. With a win, it'll lock up the division, I believe, for the Vegas Golden Knights. So they definitely have something to play for. Seattle coming in off of giving up 7 goals in their last game. They continue the road trip here. 3rd game in 4 nights. And then they have, 2 more games after this? They have 2 more games after this against St. Louis and LA, looking to wrap up the season. It'd be a lean towards Vegas covering a puck line probably in this game because they'll actually care, but not a game I'll get involved with. Maybe a Vegas team total over, but no play here for me. What do you think? Who do you think wins the Phils versus Braves game? Braves. I think Braves. BGK needs 2 in reg and 1 to clinch. Yeah. Last game of the night, the LA Kings taking on the Anaheim Ducks. The Kings minus 310 favorites with a total of 5.5 in this game. The Kings have something to play for. They are going to show up. They're going to play hard because they're trying to hold off the Oilers. They're currently 2 points up on the Oilers. They have a game in hand on the Oilers there. And on the flip side, we have the Anaheim Ducks who have been eliminated. They're going to just play a scrappy team and spoiler mode type of thing like that, as they did last night, beating Calgary. This is the second half of back-to-back, a 3rd game of 4 nights. I understand the line on the Kings. The Kings coming in off of a bad loss, so I think they maybe step up in this game here. Do I want to lay this type of number with them? No. This is a pass to end the card, but I have definitely plenty of action tonight. Plenty of action to sweat out there. But yeah, 5 points to clinch, I thought, with 1 point win. They are up 6 points on the. They are up 6 points on the Kings with a game with the Kings having a game in hand. So the max that the Kings can get is 107. Nope. You're right. Kings could drop this and win next 4 in reg. Yep, they absolutely could. But yeah, so definitely not a game I'm going to get involved with. And I did the math wrong because I forgot to notice that Vegas does not have a game in hand. The Kings have a game in hand. So yeah. But yeah, that is everything for today's card. If you guys have not already, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB, which is every single morning anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Sports Bet Show. Head back to the chat one last time before we took the Kings off myself. Fair. That's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck.